Greetings to all the members of the party and fellow citizens. We're pleased to share the main updates and important events from the Ecological Party of Uzbekistan. During the week, a delegation led by Ivan Malenica, chair of the Constitution Standing Orders and Political System Committee of the Parliament of the Republic of Croatia, visited Uzbekistan. The guests became acquainted with the activities of the chambers of the Parliament of Uzbekistan, the Ministry of Justice, the Constitutional Court, and the Center of Islamic Civilization. Meetings were held with the participation of Xamzayev, chair of the party's Central Council and the head of the party's faction in the Legislative Chamber. The discussions dedicated on strengthening interparliamentary relations, exchanging experience in legal reforms, and elevating cooperation to a new level. On February 16, the next meeting of the party's faction in the Legislative Chamber was held. During the session, the draft law on amendments and additions to the law on local state authority was reviewed in its first reading. Party deputies paid particular attention to the deeper integration of environmental principles into local government system. On February 17, the party hosted a session of the World Debate Club under the name Environmental Culture Begins in the Family. Participants shared meaningful views on fostering environmental education within families, instilling respect for nature in children, and promoting a transition for a sustainable lifestyle. On February 18, the city stage of the national competition, Dean of the Environmental Legislation, was held in Tashkent. Winning teams from 12 districts competed by demonstrating their legal knowledge, teamwork, and creative stage performance. On the same day, an educational and practical forum titled Science and Nature Protection, the contribution of women scientists to sustainable development was held at the Central Council. Participants exchanged views on the role of women scientists in advancing science and environmental sustainability. On February 19, at the initiative of the party's Fergana Regional Council, a large-scale environmental campaign was held under the slogan, "We support harmony between humanity and nature." Neighborhoods were improved, irrigation canals and pathways were cleaned, and illegal dumping sites were identified and eliminated. On the same day, a preventive medical examination was conducted for school students in Almazar district, and a training seminar for party activists was held in Andijan. On February 20, a meeting took place between the party's capital city administration and the leadership of the Agency of the International Fund for Saving Aral Sea. The parties discussed projects being implemented in the Aral Sea region, the consequences of climate change, and innovative approaches to addressing environmental challenges in Tashkent. Another significant development of the past week was the election of Ulug'bek Mavlonovich Mustafayev, governor of the Jizak region, was a deputy of the Jizak Regional Council of People's Deputies from the Ecological Party of Uzbekistan. Best wishes to Ulug'bek Mavlonovich every success in his deputy activities. Dear members, ecology is not only about protecting nature, it's a responsibility before future generations. Stay with us. Together we will build a green future.